K-Toko Sports welcomes you to our coverage of high school basketball, where the Arcanum Trojans will take on the Bremen Cardinals. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, Grand Lake Health Systems, Speedway Lanes, and NK Telco. You're looking live here at the Nest, where the Arcanum Trojans are getting ready to take on the Bremen Cardinals. My name is Brandon Coverman. Glad you can join us here on NK Telco Sports. First, let's take a look at these new Bremen. Let's take a look. First, we'll look at the Arcanum Trojans. The Trojans come here under first-year head coach Kevin Brackman, and they stand right now with a 7-6 record on the season. They're 3-3 in the Western Ohio Athletic Conference. They've won their last 3 games. They defeat Fort Recovery, Mississinawa, and National Trail after they won their first 2 games of the year. Went on a little bit of a skid, lost 6 out of 7. And really just struggling to find their identity there as a team there for a while. But they've done a nice job in rebounding and winning their last 3, including one over a MAC opponent in Fort Recovery. They're led in scoring by Regan Christ. Regan averages 16.1 points a game, the fourth leading scorer in the Western Ohio Athletic Conference. But after that, it falls off to Landon Flatter at 7.7 points a game, and 7.5 points from Brady Locke, and 4.5 from Braylon Etherington. Trying to look to get a win here over another MAC opponent here in the Bremen Cardinals. The Cardinals on a little bit of a skin of their own. They lost again last night against Coldwater. Trying to find their groove. They lost the last 4 in a row here tonight and trying to get a big win here as they lost last Saturday to Roosh. They lost last night to Coldwater in a tight contest. Still have not yet have a MAC win. They sit at 3-8 on the season. They're led by Aaron Tiemann, just over 13 points a game here on this season for fifth-year head coach Corey Stevens here tonight. But they're looking to get a big non-conference victory here on a frigid January night. We'll kick it down to PA announcer Scott Fry for our national anthems. We'll come back with the starting lineups and keys to the game here next on your home for New Bremen Cardinal basketball and K-Telco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Back here at the Nest as we're getting ready for this contest here between the New Bremen Cardinals and the Arcanum Trojans as we get ready for our starting lineups. Pretty packed night here at the Nest. It is a little cheerleaders night here as we introduce the startups and the lineups. First for the visiting Trojans. First here for the Trojans, number 0, Brady Locke. Locke averaging 7.5 a game. Number 10, Braylon Etherington. Etherington, I should say, averaging 4.5 a contest. Number 11, junior Landon Flatter, averaging 7.5 a game. Senior number 12, Rylan Murray, averaging 3.2 points a game. And rounding out the lineup, Regan Christ, averaging 16 points a game. The first-year head coach of the Arcanum Trojans is Kevin Brackman. Trojans at 7-6 on the season. First one, number 2, senior Aaron Tiemann. Number 3, Jackson Leonards. Number 5, senior Keaton Putoff. Number 15, Rogan Muther. And rounding out the lineup, number 22, Hayden Zeller. Head coach of the New Bremen Cardinals in his 5th year is Corey Stevens. take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza and Newport, Ohio. First, taking a look here. First, taking a look for the Arcanum Trojans. They want to rebound here. They want to value the ball against New Bremen's zone. That's one thing, talking to Coach Brackman, he said, is value the ball against their zone and match their energy. There's a lot of energy here tonight. There's a lot of people here tonight. Here on their senior night, or not their senior night. Sorry, their little cheerleaders night. He wants to match their energy. For New Bremen, it's able to get off to a fast start. They have 3 wins. They're on a little bit of a losing streak, they have kind of struggled here as of late. They want to be able to take care of the basketball and avoid turnovers, as well as they did not do that here. Regan Christ from the corner for 3. His shot's long. Rebound goes to Rogan Muther. Tiemann getting a shot fake. Drives to the left side to Jackson Leonards. Leonards kicks it out to Tiemann. Tiemann going to fire a 3. It's off the mark. Rebound going to go down over to Rylan Murray. Ball up the floor is Landon Flatter. And New Bremen still in that zone defense they typically play. Cardinals looking to snap a skid here with a win tonight as New Bremen stays in their zone defense, or 2-3. Drives on the inside, they kick it out, and there's a walk. Ball will go back to New Bremen as teams trade turnovers. Tiemann will walk it up. Here, no score yet. 1:20 into this ball game. Zeller on the right side to Muther. Muther kicks it over to Leonard's left wing. He gives a shot fake. Leonard's back to Muther. Muther driving on the inside. Tiemann gets a shot fake. Tiemann fadeaway jumper, no good. Christ clears the rebounds. Canham goes on the inside. No look pass. Shot no good on the inside there by Rylan Murray. Muther over to Keaton, put off. He's fouled on the floor. The first team foul here against the Cardinals here, or against the Trojans here. Ball over to Aaron Tiemann. Tiemann will direct traffic. Tiemann on the right side to Keaton, put off. They try to get it inside to Jackson Leonards. Leonards on the inside through the contact, up and in. Jackson Leonards starts the scoring with 5:43 to go here in the first half. Leonards gets the ball up over to Landon Flatter. Flatter with it, trying to figure out the puzzle that is this New Bremen zone at times. Flatter gets a shot fake, 7.5 points a game. Gives it up on the inside. Fadeaway shot is no good. Rebound cleared there by the Cardinals. They're in Jackson Leonards. Up ahead, Leonards to the hole, in and out. Rebound goes down to the Trojans. Christ with the basketball. Christ on the right side. Gets the ball back up. Playing a little back and forth here, pitch and catch. You're out on top of the perimeter. They whip it on the inside. Christ going up. His shot over the defense, dances around, it's no good. Rebound down to Aaron Tiemann. Tiemann driving on the exchange to Muther. Muther driving, full head of steam to the basket. Back over to Leonards, and he's fouled, and Jackson Leonards will shoot 2. Rylan Murray with that foul. Leonards with the only points of the game here so far. First free throw clanks off of the front of the iron. Offense been pretty lifeless so far here in the early going. 2-0 New Bremen. Number 21 here enters in, and that is Gavin Quellhorst. And also number 24, Rylan Bussey, comes in for the Cardinals here, and Grant Dickey will come in if Leonards can this free throw, and he cannot. Empty trip to the line for Jackson. Arcanum feels the pressure. They get the ball on the inside. They kick it out. Three-pointer from the corner is no good there, as the rebound's cleared there by Quellhorst. Ball kicked out. Leonards. Three, got it! Buried from the left wing by Jackson Leonards. And he's off to a hot start. He's got all 5 points in the ball game. Bremen applying a little more pressure now. Christ on the inside. Gets the ball out. Christ will fire a three. Tries to get Arcanum on the board, and he does. Regan Christ, the leading scorer of this team. Averages over 16 a ball game. Cardinals get it up quickly. Over to Putoff on the inside. No good. And Christ there with another rebound. Outlet pass. Working up fast. Kick it out. Chris going to take another shot. It's no good. Leonards with it. Leonards will give it over to Tiemann. Team, a veteran of this offense. Multiple-year letter winner. No doubt the senior leader of this Cardinal team. And he goes up and in. Aaron Tiemann with a big shot. Oh, man, he's been a pleasure to watch for many years. And Tiemann adding to his legacy that he's leading behind here at New Bremen. And coming in the lineup now is Grant Dickey. And now a substitution in here, number 34, Luke Henniger. As Tiemann goes to the line, the team's leading score just over 13 points a contest. Tiemann at the line. His shot is good. Aaron Tiemann with 3 points now. And it's an 8-3 ball game. Cross-court pass, Regan Christ. Ball's tipped. Can't corral it, but good effort by the Cardinals there. Arcanum gets it in. Christ on the right side. Gets it in over to Henniger. Ball's tipped in the air. Tiemann takes it away. Tiemann one-handed pass to Putoff. He corrals it, turns around, and scores. Keaton Putoff with the bucket, and Coach Kevin Brackman wants a precision strip timeout. Here, as they are our fine sponsors here all season for all timeouts here on NK Telco Sports. I'd like to thank our sponsors here today. They are Carriage Works, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schwederman, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hulsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, the Minster Bank, Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Crown Equipment, Shelby County Veteran Services, the St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio. Our scoreboard sponsor is First National Bank, Keys to the Game, Keo Pizza. Timeout sponsors are Precision Strip. Our player of the game, which I'll bring to you at the end of the game from New Bremen, is brought to you by NK Telco. Our mid and post game stats are brought to you by Grand Lake Health Systems. And our live view sponsor right here in New Bremen is Speedway Lanes. Just like to remind you that NK Telco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity basketball action on NK Telco Cable or the NKT.TV app on Channel 151, January 15th at 6 p.m. And on Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503, January 27th at 8 p.m. and January 29th at 6 p.m. You can also watch more games live via pay-per-view through nktelco.com/sports and more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. 10-3 out the precision strip timeout. As Bremen on a little bit of a run here. It's been an offensive rut here for for Arcanum. Regan Christ with the lone bucket here for Arcanum. As now New Bremen coming out a little more of a half-court trap. Christ gets the ball. He'll fire a three from the corner. Cash money as Christ buries one from the corner. Regan Christ now with 2 threes. As the Cardinals get the ball to Zeller on the inside, they'll kick it back out. Over to Muther, back actually over to Ryland Bussey. Bussey to Quellhorst. Quellhorst gives it up over to Grant Dickey. Muther with it. Muther looking to drive. Get into Zeller. Zeller on the inside. His shot's no good, and it's off of Hayden. 2:04 to go here. Coach Brackman's team trying to dent this lead. Coach Brackman in his first season takes over for a coaching legend that the MAC knew, Roger McElroy, who coached 4 years at Arcanum. Brackman was the JV coach and had taken over. In his first year, the Trojans just over the 500 mark at 7-6. Three-pointer from the corner is no good. Their rebound, Hayden Zeller, and they have a little bit of a fast break here. And Zeller just goes to that corner and we'll give it up. Ball over to Muther. Muther trying to look on the inside, gives it back over to Quellhorst. Quellhorst, long pass over to Grant Dickey. Dickey drives that left corner to Muther. Muther spins. Muther back over to Hayden Zeller. Finds a cutting Ryland Bussey on the inside. His shot's no good, and a foul on Ryland. That's the first foul on the Cardinals. Trio of substitutions coming in. Aaron Tiemann, Keaton Putoff, and Jackson Leonard's coming in for Ryland Bussey, Gavin Dickey. Or sorry, not Gavin Quellhorst and Grant Dickey. Number 21 is Gavin Dickey on the JV. Not the same name, Gavin, and there's a Grant Dickey in there. Just gets a little mixed up there sometimes. And it's a 10-6 lead now for the Cardinals. As Chris in the corner, the only source of offense has been 2 Regan Chris triples. Can't connect on that one there. As Tiemann gets the basketball, a minute to go here. He stops in the lane, throws up a wild shot. Zeller crashes the boards, kicks it out. Putoff three, shot no good. What effort there by the Cardinals. We got a player that hit the deck hard there. I thought there was a foul. Braylon Etherington hit the deck hard there, and he is down on the floor. As we're going to step aside here, hoping Braylon Etherington's all right. Here on your home for New Bremen Cardinal basketball on K-Tolko Sports. Etherington walked off under his own power, so hopefully he's all right. 10-6 our score here on K-Tolko Sports. Zeller might have got away with an extra step, but he turns around and drills the shot. The turnaround jumper by Hayden Zeller is good. Zeller with the bucket. He cracks the box, scores 12-6. Shot blocked on the inside, Leonard. Tiemann going to glide to the basket. Instead, he's going to kick it out to Muther. Three, no good. Battle for the ball. It's going to stay with New Bremen. Coach Brackman. A fan of that call, as we're going to change the call here, and that's good official. Talking about the officiating of the game, and I've done some officiating in the past. Catch yourself watching the officials as much as you do the players sometimes, and it's good communication there by the officials, and that's why they work together. Sometimes you see what you do from your angle, and sometimes you can get things overridden in that situation to make the right call. As we know, we can't always be perfect, as it is Officials Appreciation Week. The ball transitions back and forth. They called it a travel. And Bremen kind of confused there. It's going to stay Arcanum basketball. That's going to benefit Arcanum there. That arrow would have favored them anyway, but they'll get the next jump ball. Actually, they get 1.1 seconds here. And they'll be able to get a shot off here. Burke at the horn for three. No good. We're through one quarter here at the Nest. And the Bremen Cardinals lead the Arcanum Trojans 12-6 here on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. We'll come back with the second quarter of action here next on your home for the Bremen Cardinal basketball and K-Tolko Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Beginning of the second quarter of basketball here on your home for New Bremen Cardinal basketball in K-Toko Sports. 12-6, Cardinals lead the Trojans here as we start the second quarter. Shot up in the air, it's no good. Second attempt, no good there by Luke Henniger. Cardinals kick it up quickly, and it's deflected there by Arcanum. Cardinals get the ball on the, Trojans get the ball on the inside. Try to work it around, they kick it to the corner. Lost control on the inside, did Arcanum. And he had a foul there on Arcanum going for the ball. Henniger. And if you joined us here earlier, through in the JV game, Arcanum took it 38-36, a couple threes traded in the last 15 seconds. Propelled Arcanum to a win. Arcanum also won the JV contest. Arcanum looking to sweep. New Bremen trying to avoid that here tonight. Arcanum gets a steal. They're in transition. Shot no good. Rebound up again. Shot no good again in the lane there by Brady Locke. Teeman clears the boards. Teeman goes on the left side, goes to Leonards. Leonards driving in the lane. Leonards walked. .636 to go here in the first half. Regan Christ with the basketball. Cross-court pass to Locke. Locke on the inside. Nice pass by Brady Locke. Great court vision there to Luke Henniger, but credit the assist to Brady Locke. Sometimes the pass is sweeter than the basket, and that's one of those situations right there where that's true. Paul on the right side. Leonard's going to fire a three. Buries it. Jackson Leonards with 8 points now. And that gets the New Bremen student section up as it's a blackout here tonight. Blends in here with the jerseys here of Arcanum. Christ with the basketball. Christ, cross-court pass to Etherington. Back to Christ. On the left side, goes back over to Christ. Christ playing a little pitch and catch here with Matthew McCann. Shot for threes, no good. Rebound Teeman. Teeman on the inside. Gives it up to Leonard. He's all alone. Will pull up for a little 8-footer. No good. And a foul on Arcanum. Island Bussey will check in along with Rogan Muther, Hayden Zeller, and Gavin Quellhorse. So a near line change for Coach Corey Stevens in his 5th season. And how good this team was in the 2021 season. He's led them to a regional finals. Coach Stevens has had success here at the helm here of the Crimson and Gold. He's done a nice job with this program in his 5th season. The ball in backcourt to Muther. Muther looking to drive that right side to Zeller. Zeller on the inside. Over to Leonards. Leonards trying to bully his way to the basket. Turns around, no good. But he sticks back and cleans up his own mess. And Jackson Leonards, with 5:02 left in the first half, is already in double figures. Ball kick to the corner. Regan Chris trying to drive to the basket. Shot up, no good. Rebound cleared there by Rylan Bussey. Substitution comes in for Arcanum. Number 11, Landon Flatter, back in the lineup. Zeller with the basketball on the left wing. Zeller turns around, his shot, no good. Rebound there goes down over to Braylon Etherington. Etherington hands it off over to Flatter. So back up over. On the inside, kicks out to Christ. Christ with the basketball, over to Locke. Goes back to Flatter. Over to Locke. Flatter with it, back to Etherington. They play a little pitch and catch. Pace around the perimeter, they drive on the inside, and there's a foul. That's going to go against Leonards. If it does, that's his first. First against the Cardinals this quarter anyway. First shot up and in. There for Flatter as Aaron Tiemann comes in for Jackson Leonards. Second free throw, no good there as Zeller will track down the rebound. As Flatter splits from the line. And Arcanum coming out of Darke County. They play out of the Western Ohio Athletic Conference, which is in its third season of creation. A lot of schools that broke off from the old Cross County Conference as the Bremen turns it over. So Bremen, probably not too familiar with it. Maybe if you go around and you hear about some Shelby County schools play, we'll dabble in the WOAC. Some other schools that include the WOAC are Bradford, Dixie, Preble Shawnee, Tri-Village, Tri-County North, Twin Valley South, Mississauga Valley, and National Trail as well. And Newton and Franklin Monroe as well. I think some of those schools in there that broke off from the old Cross County Conference, added Dixie and Preble Shawnee as schools like Covington, Bethel, Miami East, and Riverside. All those guys in Lehman and Troy Christian all in the Three Rivers Conference. Certainly teams that you don't really necessarily see that play too much. Arcanum is a Division III school. They are the biggest school in the Western Ohio Athletic Conference as there's the turnover. Muther up ahead. Muther can't lay it in, but a nice follow-up. Gavin Quellhorst trailing the play and cleans up the mess. Quellhorst in the box score. New Bremen's leads out to 10. Ball kicked to the corner. But Arcanum played some very successful sports here over the years. There's a foul on Muther, body contact. That'll be the second team foul against New Bremen. They're sitting there in about the middle of the pack in that Western Ohio Athletic Conference. The leaders are Preble Shawnee and Tri-Village. Preble Shawnee has a player by the name of Mason Trout who's going to play at IPFW, plays in the Horizon League, Division I, which is the same as same league as Wright State. And then Tri-Village is undefeated, or has one loss actually. Tri-Village has one loss. They're always a Power 1 state back in 2015. Were runner-ups in 2022 in Division 4, and Tri-Village is always powered. They'll be playing in the Martin Luther King Classic tomorrow, which you can actually catch here on NK Telco Sports. I'll be on the call for that game. They'll take on MAC opponent Tri-Village. We have a couple WOAC MAC battles this weekend as the shot's no good on the inside there by Landon Flatter. Ball to Tiemann. He's going to take a deep three, and he buries it from the parking lot. Aaron Tiemann. From the tip of the Cardinal logo, he buries it in a 13-point lead, game-high lead for the Crimson and Gold. And there's another steal by Tiemann. Up ahead, Tiemann looking to dance at the rim. Shot's good, counted and one. Aaron Tiemann up to 8 points in a blink of an eye. And Aaron Tiemann showing why he's the heart and soul of this New Bremen Cardinals squad, as we have substitutions for each team here. For Arcanum, number 4, Nathan Collar. And number 5, Keaton Putoff coming back in for the Crimson and Gold. Tiemann's free throw is in and out. Cannot convert the old-fashioned three-point play, but another basket there by Tiemann. 5 points quickly from Tiemann, and a turnover from Arcanum as they are really struggling offensively this first half. The Bremen's matched their total of points from last quarter with 9 seconds to go with 12. Here in the first half, Muther to the basket. His shot's no good, but he'll go to the line. The last team foul the Arcanum Trojans can give now for the Crimson and Gold are in the bonus. Tiemann, the free throw is good. I'm sorry, that's Muther. I said the free throw is good, and he misses, but gets his own rebound and gets swiped away by Collar. So Rogan Muther gets in the box score. 25-9 New Bremen on the First National Bank First scoreboard. Ball works in the middle. Arcanum trying to work it around. Try to get it in the short corner. They do. Aller sitting all there in the corner calling for the ball. Patient against that zone. Arcanum, they try to get it to Christ, and a nice tip there by Leonards. Leonards to Zeller. Zeller to the basket, lays it in. Hayden Zeller with the bucket, 27-9. There's a foul against Muther, a hand check. That'll be the second foul on Muther. Bremen has one more to give before Arcanum gets in that double bonus. It's a 27-9 lead for the Crimson and Gold. Number 10, Zach Wiedemann in the lineup. Top of the key goes to the left side. They try to run a little flare screen for Regan Christ. Christ with 2 triples. Has 2 of the 3. He has 2 of the 3 field goals that Arcanum hasn't been able to manage this first half as they've been offensively struggling. Put off the foul. Your coach team's muttering, no more fouls. They're in the bonus now. After this, and 4 fouls now against each team. 17.3 seconds left. Bremen ahead, 27-3 on the First National Bank First scoreboard. Put off. Guarding as it goes back over to Landon Flatter. Flatter on the inside. Tries to kick it down low. Shot's no good. Rebound rolls around. And we got a foul in backcourt. New Bremen will shoot 2 free throws with 0.4 of a second left. So he wins Flatter. Second as Grant Dickey will go to the line with 0.4 of a second left. It's been all Cardinals this first half. First free throw is good by Dickey. As Dickey looking to go 2 for 2 here, and he can't quite get it to go, but that's put in by Zeller at the bucket. What a play. Zeller just punched it, and it somehow went through. Wow, what a play there. Hayden Zeller, one of the best plays you're going to see all season. They're going to, let's see, they're going to, I think they talked about counting the bucket, and I think they did. And it's 30-9 here at the halftime break. All New Bremen Cardinals that first half. We'll step aside, come back with our first half stats and recap here next. You're home for New Bremen Cardinal basketball and KHLCO Sports.
The Hometown Opportunity Platform is exceptional.
It is focused, laser focused on the careers in our 4-county region.
100% of the time we go to Hometown Opportunity. We've had great success from a handful of applications when we need them, as well as a recent one where we had 67 applicants.
Honestly, it's a competitive advantage.
The hometown experience has been everything I could have dreamed of and more.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Back here at halftime here at the Nest between the New Bremen Cardinals and the Arcanum Trojans. The New Bremen Cardinals lead the Arcanum Trojans by a score of 30-9 here. Let's take a look at our first half box score and stats brought to you by our fine sponsors at Grand Lake Health Systems. Here, let's first taking a look for the Arcanum Trojans. They have had 6 points from Regan Christ, and they had 2 from Graham they had 2 from Luke Henniger and 1 from Landon Flatter. So sorry again, that's 6 for Regan Christ, 2 for Luke Henniger, and 1 for Landon Flatter. For the New Bremen Cardinals, they were led with Jackson Leonards with 10 points. Aaron Tiemann had 8, 2 from Keaton Putoff and Gavin Quellhorst, 6 from Hayden Zeller, and 1 from Rogan Muther. After 1 quarter of play, our score was 12-6 New Bremen. And after 1 half of play, and as the score stands now, Cardinals in control, 30-9 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard here at the Nest at New Bremen High School. Again, glad you could join us here on NK Telco Sports. My name's Brandon Coverman. As the Cardinals looking to snap a skid here and get their 4th win of the season here on a frigid Saturday night here in mid-January. Martin Luther King weekend here, and we'll talk a little bit about the Martin Luther King Classic later in the half as we're providing that here. What a play by Hayden Zeller to break that up. He got that ball knocked out with one hand. The ball's on the floor. Coach Corey Stevens takes a timeout. He'll take a 30-second timeout. We'd like to, again, thank our sponsors here on NK Telco Sports, because without them, we would not be able to provide you with this coverage all year on NK Telco Sports. They are Carriage Works, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schwederman, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hilson Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, the Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, Butts Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Crown Equipment, Shelby County Veteran Services, St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio. Our scoreboard sponsors, the First National Bank, Keys to the Game, Keyhole Pizza, timeout sponsors, Precision Strip, our player of the game, which we'll bring to you from New Bremen. It's brought to you by NK Telco. Our mid and post game stats are powered by Grand Lake Health Systems. And our live view sponsor is Speedway Lanes. So out of the Precision Strip timeout, Cardinals get the ball on the baseline after Coach Steven takes the timeout with the tie-up. Zeller will look to go to work on the block. He'll instead of kicking out to Leonards to Muther. Over to Tiemann. Tiemann on the right side, over to Putoff. Back to Zeller. They give it back to Tiemann. Back to Putoff. Putoff looking to bully his way to the bucket. He gets it tipped out. It'll stay with the Crimson and Gold. 46 seconds into the half. Right side to Leonards. Leonards trying to work his way inside to the basket. No good. Try to clean it up himself, and it rolls in. Second chance opportunities have been money for Jackson Leonards. Yeah, that ball's stolen away. It's Putoff and Leonards who team up there, but they turn it right back over to the Trojans, over to Brayling Etherington. Etherington shot, no good. But one field goal from someone that's not named Regan Christ. As Arcanum struggling to get anything going here. Shot on the inside, Putoff, too much on it. Rebound cleared by the aforementioned Christ, who's a very good baseball player. There's an over and back violation. Regan Christ, a very good pitcher. His brother Jackson plays up at Division II Lake Erie College. And Arcanum as WOAC baseball champions. He'll be back on the mound for the Arcanum Trojans. I say that I coach baseball at Bradford, so I see him play. Very good player for Arcanum, as they're always a very sound roster on the baseball diamond for Coach Randy Baker, who's a longtime veteran, and a lot of baseball people will be at the state clinic next weekend in Columbus. Ball goes up to Leonard's on the inside. Shot no good by Zeller. Christ with the rebound. Ball kicked out to Christ. Christ looking for his third triple of the night, and he'll get it. Regan Christ answers the bell. Christ now with 9. And there's a steal by Christ. He'll try to get it up ahead over to Locke. Locke will recover it to the basket. He'll whip it out. He'll fire a 3 from the corner. Shot no good. Skying in for the rebound, throwing it off the basket. It's good there by Matthew McCants. And he'll get the bucket. Teeman with it. Teeman trying to drive, or sorry, Muther, excuse me. Leonard gives it back to Teeman. He'll fire a 3 off the mark. Christ clears the boards. 5:02 to go in the fourth. 32-14 here on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Ball tipped. Christ gets it. He'll take a foul line jumper. It rolls in and out. Arcanum on a 5-0 run. New Bremen trying to put a stab into that. Leonards gives it off to Rogan Muther. The clock continues to roll here. Left side, Leonards. Just looking to give it up. Leonards drives on the inside. Kicks it out, Muther. Muther drives baseline. Goes behind the back and shots no good. That's Arcanum will get the rebound. Ahead, it's Locke in the lane, and Locke scores. It's a 7-0 run here for Arcanum. 32-16, though, the Cardinals ahead. We'll step aside as we have a precision trip timeout. 4:08 to go here in the third quarter. Here in your home for New Bremen Cardinal basketball in K-Toco Sports.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Back here on NK Toco Sports, as it's a 7-0 run here by Arcanum. They cut the lead to 16. Let's see Arcanum getting into it here a little bit. Rylan Bussey's checked in the ballgame, and there's a foul. Coach Brackman and the Arcanum bench cannot believe it. It's on Rylan Murray. He'll foul Brian Bussey. Ryland fouling Ryland. Here tonight, and 2 free throws for Ryland Bussey. His first one off the mark. Free throw shooting been one thing that's really plagued these Cardinals. They're 3-8 right now. I think that record's very deceiving about how good this team is. They've lost a lot of tight games. The free throws have been a struggle as well. Arcanum is 54 minutes from here. If any of you wonder, it's a 40-mile drive. Let's take 274 out to 364 out to 705, and you eventually work your way out to 127. Take the long trip to Dark County. Ball's taken away. Turn on to 36. And I'm probably bothering anyone listening that's gonna care about the way to get from New Bremen to Arcanum, but Zeller cleans up his own mess with the bucket. Zeller's got 8 points. But anyway, with that being set aside, long trip for the Arcanum Trojans, a 40-mile drive as we have a turnover there. Gavin Quellhorst gets it, the beneficiary of the tip. Ball tipped over to Aaron Tiemann. Tiemann on the left side to Dickey. Dickey to Quellhorst. 2:55 to go here in the third quarter. 34-16. Bremen ahead of Arcanum. My name is Brandon Coverman. Glad you can join us here on NK Telco Sports. Tiemann kick it out to Quellhorst. Quellhorst over to Grant Dickey. Dickey drives on the inside. His shot's no good. Rebound cleared there by Christ. Chris thinks about going to the inside, but he dribbled it off his foot. Keaton Putoff returns for the Crimson and Gold. And so does Jackson Leonards. Leonards pacing the Cardinals with 10 points. Aaron Tiemann with 8, and also Hayden Zeller has 8 as well here tonight. Ball goes to Dickey. Back over to Quellhorst. Quellhorst the southpaw. Cross court over to Dickey. In an offensive struggle here this third quarter as Putoff is fouled. Only been able to muster 4 points this quarter. Have the Crimson and Gold. Putoff clanks it off the front of the iron. As the Bremen free throw shooting woes continue here. We said that's been one thing that they've struggled with. They've been in a lot of tight ball games as Putoff splits the free throws there. He has 3 points now. Ball kicked to the corner. Over to McCanns. Over to Locke. Locke trying to drive baseline. That ball's tipped away by Dickey. But Arcanum recovers it. Arcanum on the floor. And they lose it over to Dickey. Ball on the floor again. There's going to be a foul against Arcanum. And the Arcanum coach is not happy with that call. It's on Regan Christ, his second. Ball goes to Leonards. Leonards. Spin on the inside, but he loses it. Steal up there by Braylon Etherington. Etherington to the basket. His shot's no good, but he's fouled. The first foul to go against the Bremen Cardinals this quarter. So Braylon Etherington will go to the line. Etherington cannot connect on the first. Not connect on the second. Going up, shot no good there, and Quellhorst comes down with the rebound. Ball out of bounds, and the Cardinals turn it over. They've struggled offensively this third quarter. Kick back out, three-pointer, left wing is good. It's Matthew McCanns there with the bucket. Leonards will try to get that three back with one of his own, and shooting woes continue for the Cardinals this third quarter. Christ with the basketball, and there's a foul that's going to come in. Zach Wiedemann will come in for Grant Dickey. Putoff trying to get a steal there. To Christ. In the corner. There's a shot, no good. Rebound goes down to Leonards. Or sorry, excuse me, Putoff. I've messed up too many New Bremen games or New Bremen names tonight. As Putoff will go to the line. That foul's going to be against Christ, his third. He's picked up his second and third quickly here in this third quarter. Putoff against the first one. Substitution in the lineup, number 34, Luke Henniger. And also Landon Flatter will come back in the lineup. Also Nathan Kohler in the lineup. Second free throw is up and in there by Keaton. Keaton put off with 5 now. Cross-court pass, tipped in the corner. Trojans pushing around. They're going to fire a 3. No good, and it went off Leonard, so it'll stay with the orange and black of Arcanum. Kohler trying to get it in. Out to the corner to Kohler. He'll take a 3 himself. Too much on that one. Rebound cleared by Bussey. Winding seconds of the quarter. Wiedemann loses his footing. He'll kick it out. Leonard. He'll fire a 3. Buried it. And that will conclude the third quarter. Jackson Leonard with a big 3-pointer. It is 40-19. The New Bremen Cardinals ahead of the Arcanum Trojans. We'll step aside, come back with our last 8 minutes of regulation here in your home for New Bremen Cardinal basketball. NK Telco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
Beginning of the fourth quarter here on NK Telco Sports is 40-19. The New Bremen Cardinals lead the Arcanum Trojans. Not the best quarter really offensively for the Cardinals, but they end up equaling the point total from Arcanum as the ball up ahead. Nice play to Rogan Muther. Cross-court pass there. Nice play by Keaton Putoff. His Cardinals made a couple nice plays here tonight. And their lead is back up to 23. Arcanum saw the lead back into about a 16-point lead. Cardinals able to pick it up a little there towards the end of the quarter as Jackson Leonard's closed it out with a 3-pointer. But New Bremen's lead's back up to 23 after that made bucket there by Rogan Muther. As New Bremen's zone has been really allowing Arcanum to shoot. Arcanum just not hitting shots tonight. But I say that, and then they hit one right there. A 3 from Landon Flatter. And they really struggled that first half. They only able to manage 9 points. They outscored their first half total in the third quarter alone with 10, and they hit that shot right there. So Arcanum picking it up on the offensive end. And they get a steal right there. And they fumble it, and they double dribble it there. As he had a stop in his motion there, and he'll turn it over. You see the MAC taking on the WOAC. Speaking of MAC and WOAC play, there'll be a MAC WOAC battle tomorrow on a Sunday. Yes, a Sunday. The Tri-Village Patriots will take on the Marion Local Flyers in the Martin Luther King Classic at Fort Laramie High School, the third annual MLK Classic that the Fort Laramie Athletic Department has put on. It's put on there by Coach Corey Britton. And NK Telco will be covering all 6 games tomorrow. You can buy live via a pay-per-view purchase if you look on our website, on our NK Telco, under our sports website, as Tiemann takes the deep 3, buries it. Aaron Tiemann showing why he's going to be a first-team All-MAC selection. And Aaron Tiemann up to double figures in 11. The score 45-22 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Kohler thought about a 3, but anyway, there's 6 games tomorrow. You can catch all of them as Zeller with the block. Zeller trying to get it up ahead to put off, and they'll turn it over. But 6 games for you live here on NK Toco Sports. Dave Helmstetter will be on the call for the first 2 games. I'll be on the call for the next 2 games, and Dave Kanapke will be on the call for the last 2 games. AJ Leese is going to be color commentating all those games. It kicks off at noon tomorrow with Mohawk against Fort Laramie. That's Chris from the corner. His three's no good. That's Wiedemann with the rebound. Wiedemann trying to push it up to Zeller. To Muther. To Tiemann. Tiemann eyes it, flies it. No good. Fort Laramie Mohawk at noon, and then at 1:30 it'll be St. Mary's and Dublin Jerome. At 3 o'clock, it'll be the MAC WOAC battle of Tri-Village and Marion Local. At 4:30, it's a pair of the only 6 of the only unbeaten teams in Ohio. The Russia Raiders will take on the Antwerp Archers. Nice play by the Cardinals. Muther to Wiedemann to Putoff. What a passing display by Coach Stevens' teams here tonight. So at 4:30, it'll be Antwerp and Russia. At 6 o'clock, Minster and Toledo Christian. And capping it off in the nightcap at 7:30 is Arlington and Anna. Zeller blocks the shot, and teams start emptying the benches. And it'll be a great day of basketball tomorrow at Fort Laramie. All 6 games will be live here on pay-per-view purchase here on NK Toco Sports. So we hope you can join us here. Great event, and if you don't want to stay in and watch, on TV, highly suggest you go. Tickets are $15 at the door. You can see them for all day. There's JV games going on in the junior high gym all day as well. So it's a great event that old coach for Corey Britton put on, and now AD and current head coach Mitch Westerheide is putting on as Regan Christ with the 3. That's his 4th triple of the night. Rylan Bussey with the basketball. Bussey gets it over to Grant Dickey. Lineup here now for New Bremen's Henry Nelson, Zach Wiedemann, Gavin Quellhorst, who shoots the 3 and hits it. Gives a little 3-point sign to his bench. Quellhorst up to 5 points now. Henry Nelson, Rylan Bussey, the 5 on the floor right now for New Bremen, as the offense has really picked up this 4th quarter. So there's a foul on the floor. The 5 for Arcanum is Brady Locke, Braylon Etherington, Rylan Murray, Regan Christ, and Matthew McCanns. Again, the 5 for New Bremen, Rylan Bussey, Gavin Quellhorst, Grant Dickey, Zach Wiedemann, and Henry Nelson. Near a 4:08 to go here in the 4th quarter. Cards doubling up the Arcanum Trojans. 50-25 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. As it'll be split from the line there by Matthew McCanns. He's up to 6 points now. 50-26 our score here on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Henry Nelson going to fire a 3 off the bench. Henry Nelson buries it from the right wing. And these Cardinals are heating up this 4th quarter from the 3-point line. And man, when they get hot, they're as good of a shooting team as there is around. Christ on the inside through the zone, and a shot for Brady Locke. Coach Brackman's got to be happy how his team's playing offensively the second half. The first half was a struggle, to say the least. It was 9 points for Arcanum. Bussey gives it back to Nelson. Nelson feeling it. Nelson hits it again. Henry Nelson with 2 made 3-pointers. Another triple for New Bremen, and they're up 56-28, and they're going to snap that losing streak and go to 4-8. As Henry Nelson putting the icing on the cake here tonight. 3-pointer is good there. Arcanum heating up as well. Matthew McCanns with the bucket. .36-31 our score. Driving on the inside, Wiedemann. Back over to Quellhorst, back to Dickey. More subs coming in here in a second. Shot is up and good. Zach Wiedemann. That basket as big as the ocean right now here for both squads. And the trio of substitutions come in for Arcanum. Number 24, Caleb Burke. Number 20, Charlie Weiss. Number 22, Cole Kessler. Number 40, Landon Byrne. Free throws up and good. For Zach Wiedemann, he's got 3 and cracks the box score. As New Bremen will snap their 2-game skid. Christ with the 3, and the shots keep coming. This fourth quarter, that's Regan Christ, 5th triple of the game. He's right at his season average, just a shade below it with 15. This fourth quarter has been a heat up for both teams. Nelson with a shot, no good. But Wiedemann tracks down the long rebound. It's a corner over to Rylan Bussey. It was 40-19 beginning of this fourth quarter. Cardinals able to score 19 points. Trojans able to manage 15 points as we have a trio of substitutions for New Bremen. Sam Bernhold, Owen Rindler, and Caleb Keller in the lineup. And number 32, Landon Brinksnyder. Substitutions here as the team clearing their bench, and the Cardinals going to get a non-conference victory. All 4 of their wins have come in the non-conference. They've been against Hardin Northern, Salina, and Fort Laramie. And their other 3 wins as the ball's turned right back over to Arcanum. They'll be back in action Friday night next against Marion Local. That's a game you can catch here on NK Telco Sports. I'll be on the call for that game against Kurt Guttemiller's Marion Local Flyers. That's a game. It's tentative JV tip-off at 6 o'clock. And then they'll travel to the Coliseum Saturday night against Bachkins. You can also catch that game on NK Telco Sports. Jeff Henson will be on the call for that game here on NK Telco, so we hope you can join us here. It should be a fun night of basketball. Fouls against Caleb Keller. Again, you just don't count this Cardinals team out the way they can shoot and their guard play and the veteran presence on this team. Their 4-8 record, very deceiving. I mean, you take a look at it. They lost to a very good Ottoville team. They played St. Mary's. St. Mary's, a very good team. Lost to Versailles. They beat Laramie. They lost to D2 Jonathan Alder by 4. Go back, beat Salina. Lost a tough double overtime game to Elida, which could have went either way. This 3 is no good there. They come back. They beat Hardin Northern and lose to a good St. John's team by 8. As the cleanup there is good in the lane by Owen Rindler. And then they lose to St. John's. They lose to a really good Russia team last Saturday, and they lose a tight one to Coldwater last night. So really, I mean, in the games they've lost that are tight, they could have went either way. And I mean, they lost by 16 to a very good St. Mary's team, and they lost by 25 to a very good Russia team who's undefeated and ranked 2nd in the state in Division 4. And it's arguably the best team in the area. Right now, in the Mac or Shelby County, the best team is what by most people think is Russia. And you look at that schedule, New Bremen's played such a tough schedule that, you know, this 4-7 record, or this 4-8 record that they now will hold here in 38 seconds should not go against them. They are a good ball club, and they're showing it here tonight. They've played a complete game. So they're going to pick up this non-conference win here over Arcanum as Keller will give it up to Nelson. Corey Stevens is telling Henry Nelson to hold it here, and they're going to get a 61-34 victory here as both teams will score a lot here in the fourth quarter. New Bremen 21 points. Arcanum will be able to muster 15 points here, and the Cardinals will advance to 4-8 on the season, and the Arcanum Trojans will drop to 7-7, drop back to the 500 mark here, and New Bremen officially takes home a 61-34 victory here on NK Telco Sports. Let's take a look at our box score presented to you by our friends at Grand Lake Health Systems. First, taking a look for Arcanum. They had 4 from Brady Locke. They had 4 from Landon Flatter. They got 15 from Regan Christ, 5 threes from Regan Christ, their lead scorer. Matthew McCants ended up with 9 and 2 from Luke Henniger. For the New Bremen Cardinals, they ended up with 11 from Aaron Tiemann. Jackson Leonards ended up with 15 points. Keaton Putoff with 7. Zach Wiedemann with 3. 3 for Rogan Muther. 5 for Gavin Quellhorst. 8 for Hayden Zeller. 2 for Owen Rindler, and 6 for Henry Nelson. Scoring after quarters, it was 12-6 after 1. New Bremen led. They led 30-9 at half, 40-19 after 3 quarters, and they win here tonight 61-34 here on NK Telco Sports. Again, we'd like to thank all our sponsors here tonight on NK Telco Sports, because without them, we would not be able to bring you this broadcast here tonight. They are Carriage Works, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schwederman, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hulsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, the Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Crown Equipment, Shelby County Veteran Services, St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio. Our scoreboard sponsors, the First National Bank, Keys to the Game, Keyhole Pizza. All timeouts brought to you by Precision Stripper Player of the Game, which I'll name in a second, is brought to you by NK Telco. Our mid and post-game stats are brought to you by Grand Lake Health Systems, and our New Bremen Live View sponsor, right here you can see on your screen right now, is Speedway Lanes. Also like to remind you that NK Telco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity basketball action on NK Telco Cable or the NKT.TV app. You can catch the replay of this game on Channel 151, January 15th at 6 p.m., and on Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503, January 27th at 8 p.m. and January 29th at 6 p.m. You can also watch more games live via pay-per-view through nktelco.com/sports and more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. So, big win for the New Bremen Cardinals here tonight. They move to 4-8 on the season. They'll be back in action Friday night against the Marion Local Flyers here in the Nest. Again, tentative tip-off at 6 o'clock. I'll be on the call for that game here on NK Telco here for the New Bremen Cardinals. The Arcanum Trojans dropped to 7-7. They'll be back in action on the road at the Roundhouse at Bradford Friday night as they fall to 7-7. One more order of business before we go here tonight. And naming our NK Telco Player of the Game here. Our NK Telco Player of the Game tonight is going to go to Jackson Leonards. Leonards led the Cardinals with 15 points here tonight, helped pace the team with an even 4 quarters of scoring here throughout. And Jackson, the lead scorer tonight. So senior Jackson Leonards going to win the NK Telco Player of the Game. That'll do it for us here tonight from the Nest. We'd like to thank our crew here tonight. For Austin Ambergy back in the station, I'm Brandon Coverman. For the final time here from the Nest, the New Bremen Cardinals defeat the Arcanum Trojans 61-34. You've been watching a presentation of high school boys basketball here on NK Telco Sports.